And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Supreme Court Children's Vitamins. There may not be a lot of vitamins in hamburger, but there are plenty of vitamins in Warren Burger.
Foodies in a half shell. Given the dietary habits of tortoises, what would the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises most likely order at Pizza Hut? A Super Supreme Pizza? Meat Lovers Pizza? Hold the pizza meat only? A Veggie Lovers Pizza? Or no pizza, just a 2-liter of Coke? Here's what a right answer looks like. Unlike turtles, most tortoises are herbivores, meaning they only eat plants. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises would probably order the Veggie Lovers Pizza. Also, and I've done some research on this, very few tortoises are actually ninjas. This pizza has the wrong answer baked right into the crust. But your supreme mistake has brought you a supreme reward because you've just won Supreme Court Children's Vitamins. Nothing keeps children happy and healthy like John Roberts, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Samuel Alito. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fistable Bowling Equipment, Inc. Bury yourself in your ball, right up to your wrist. Fistable Bowling Equipment.
Girl got issues. If Joan of Arc revealed her visions on the Dr. Phil show, what would he tell her? Let's get real, you don't really want to kill your dad. Maybe the dragon you're really afraid of is you. Talking to saints is just one tool from the religious shed. Or, get your head out of the gutter. Allow me. Joan of Arc claimed to hear the voices of Saints Michael, Catherine, and Margaret, which persuaded her to save France from the English attempt at conquest in the 100 Years' War. But Dr. Phil only answers to one voice, and that's Oprah. No, her head wasn't in the gutter. And you know what else is never in the gutter? A one-hole Fistable bowling ball. Just like the one you just won from Fistable Bowling Equipment, Inc. Because when life gives you a 7-10 split, you should fist it hard. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Buoyant Baby Water Cribs. Because waterbeds aren't just for bachelors from the early 80s anymore.
A fun string theory question. Which of these children's string games would the girls in the Crucible be suspected of playing? Cat's Cradle, Apache Door, Sea Snake, or Witch's Broom? Sea Snake, Sea Score. Sea Snake eats score. Poor score. Ready for this? The Crucible by Arthur Miller is about the Salem witch trials. Man, it must have been crazy to live in a time where everyone was really paranoid and suspected every other person of being a terrorist. I'm glad we live in today. No, and cats don't belong in a cradle. But you know what does? Water, like in a water crib, just like the one you won from Buoyant Baby Water Cribs. Buoyant Baby Water Cribs. Your baby will drown in comfort. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
That Mouth Fascist Fish, the animatronic fish that's sweeping the nation. He sings, he moves, he hates democracy. That Mouth Fascist Fish.
This one's known as Don't Eat the Brown Aspic. Which of these jam bands is singing a song about jam? Moe's singing My Mashed Fruit, Pulp and All, Widespread Panic singing I'll Heat You to a Paste, The Grateful Dead singing Fruit Juice Gel of Love, or Fish singing You're Bitter? No, I'll get this. Jam is made of fruits mashed whole, whereas jelly is made of fruit juice, marmalade is often bitter, and Jell-O jigglers jiggle. So why is it when you're hanging outside a Moe concert, all you can find to eat is a sandwich made of organic mushrooms, hemp, and 7-grain bread? That was a fishy answer. So here's something fishy in return. Your very own fat-mouth fascist fish from the annoying animatronic fish company. Because if you hang it up on a wall, it should talk. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
This one's known as, I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory, table for 2.9 at Red Robin, table for 3.2 at Denny's, or table for 3.5 at Cracker Barrel. Let me show you something. The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory. You're wrong! Wow, that was a lot more fun than a barrel of crackers. And speaking of barrels, you want a designer barrel courtesy of our sponsor, Fashion Barrel Barrelware. You're going to like the way you look. In a barrel. I guarantee it. In a barrel. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Romanticlip Tandem Toenail Clippers. Because the couple that clips together stays together.
Up next, getting shot with a t-shirt gun. If the mascot for the San Jose Sharks wanted to mirror the feud in West Side Story, what team would he taunt with vicious finger snaps? The Houston Rockets, the New York Jets, the LA Clippers, or the Indiana Pacers? It's so obvious. The Jets are the rivals to the Sharks in West Side Story. So while it would be weird for a hockey mascot to taunt a football mascot, you can't always predict hate. But for the sake of innocent civilians, hopefully the mindless violence wouldn't escalate to drive-by dancings. You just clipped yourself. But you know what can clip yourself and a significant other? A tandem toenail clipper, just like the one you won from Romanticlip Tandem Toenail Clippers. Because you can't spell cuticle without cute. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Granny's Roach Butter. Slow churned, down home, authentic roach flavor and love.
Bucker up for Honk If Horny. If car horns only played songs that came from the same country as the cars were originally manufactured in, which horn would come with the BMW? Horn 1, La Cucaracha. Horn 2, O Tannenbaum. Horn 3, The Streets of Cairo. Or Horn 4, Dixieland. One right answer coming up. The BMW and the Christmas song O Tannenbaum are both German. I'm not sure what country my car is from exactly, but based on the horn, it's wherever that I'm a Barbie Girl song was recorded. BMWs probably wouldn't play a Spanish song like La Cucaracha. But since La Cucaracha means the cockroach, it is a song you might want to play while enjoying a year's supply of Roach Butter from Granny's Roach Butter. Only Grandma has the loving patience to milk a roach. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Brownana Banana Toasters. For a perfectly toasted banana the first time and every time. Say, nice banana.
Up next, I love you, Meth Cooper. I've been watching that AMC show Breaking Bad about a high school chemistry teacher who uses his science powers for evil by manufacturing drugs. And speaking of chemistry, the title Breaking Bad contains several chemical symbols such as Br, K, N, and Ba. So now it's time for a chemistry pop quiz. Which of those symbols have I matched with the wrong name? Bromine, Br, potassium, K, nickel, N, or barium, Ba. It's so obvious. N stands for nitrogen. Nickel is Ni. Chemistry was never my strong suit in high school. And by that I mean I didn't have chemistry with anyone of the opposite sex, or the same sex, really. No, for some reason, K is the symbol for potassium. Just like there's an abundance of potassium in bananas, which will go great with your brand new banana toaster from Brownana's Banana Toasters, because bananas were never meant to be eaten at room temperature. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Hopalong Harry's One Leg at a Time Pantorium. If you've only got one leg, you've only got one option. Hopalong Harry's.
It's time for... I said help, not kelp. Who could really use a hand? Luke Skywalker, Lord Voldemort, Bazooka Joe, or Captain Ahab? Here's what you meant to pick. If you remember, Luke lost his hand in episode 5 when his dad cut it off with his big flashlight sword thingy. So he could really use a hand. Sure, Luke eventually got a prosthesis, but it never felt quite right. Why? Well, he just couldn't put his finger on it. No, Captain Ahab could use a leg. You know what else he could use? A stylish pants, like the one you've just won from Hopalong Harry's One Leg at a Time Pantorium, your one-stop shop for fine pant and slack. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
BloodCo. All your blood needs without the mess and fuss. Any type, any thickness, any gender. BloodCo.
How about Undead Anatomy? Which of these movie monsters is truly heartless? The Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, or the Wolfman? Smart people choose this. A mummy's organs are removed and placed in jars during mummification, so the mummy would not have a heart. Though mummification was perfected over thousands of years, the Egyptians always had difficulty removing the water on the knee without the tweezers touching the metal sides of the game board. Then what is that red stuff shooting out of his chest when he gets a stake in the heart? What is it? Why, it's blood, of course. You just won blood from BloodCo. We have blood. Why do you need to know where it came from? This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Country Charm Indoor Outhouses. Oh, the convenience of an indoor restroom with all the charm of crapping through a wooden hole.
Here's one I like to call Lady Luck is a Dirty Tramp. Which casino game takes a lot of balls to play? Roulette, Keno, Craps, or Baccarat? Allow me. Keno is a game of chance similar to Lotto that uses 80 balls circulating in an enclosed bubble, so it takes a lot of balls to play it. When playing Keno, it also helps to have a really big sack to put your winnings in. Well, you just took a crap on this question. But you know where you should have taken that crap? In an indoor outhouse, just like the one you won from Country Charm Indoor Outhouses. Take care of your business in complete comfort while maintaining that uncomfortable feel. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Girly Drink Supply Warehouse. When a blue drink in a flamingo tumbler isn't enough, add some plastic.
May I introduce this, that, and the other question? Who is the eponymous character on Seinfeld? George, Jerry, Elaine, or Cosmo? The character Jerry's last name is Seinfeld, making him the eponymous character in the show. Another word for this is titular. He's the titular character in the show. And speaking of titular, he's real and he's spectacular. No, Kramer wasn't the right answer. But a Cosmo might be the right drink for these assorted tiny umbrellas you've just won from the Girly Drink Supply Warehouse. Assorted tiny umbrellas keep your wet drinks dry. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
You've got Gall, Gallstone Jewelers. Because sometimes love hurts.
This one's known as the naming of the shrew. Who has a name that does not claim to identify where they're from? Leonardo da Vinci, Charles de Gaulle, Milhouse Van Houten, or Pepe Le Pew? Here's what a right answer looks like. Da, de, and van all essentially mean of or from, but le just means the, as in Pepe the Pew. Which leads me to the timeless question. Would you rather smell the pew or smell of pew? No, that roughly translates to Charles of or from Gall. And speaking of things made of or from Gall, you've won a necklace made of fabulous gallstones from You've Got Gall, Gallstone Jewelers. These stones have passed straight from someone's body and into your heart. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another $8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
What a Prick Cactus Company. The plural of cactus may be cacti, but our focus is on cact-you.
Try this on for size. You can Olympic your nose. Which of these events might occur if the Olympics were held on Olympus Mons? A biathlon through the Gobi Desert, figure skating in Antarctica, water polo in the Pacific Ocean, or mountain biking on Mars? Here's where the money is. Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, is located on the surface of Mars. Olympic mountain biking. I know I look forward to it every 4 years. Olympus Mons is not in the desert. But speaking of deserts, you've won your very own albino cactus from the world-famous What a Prick Cactus Company. The only thing green will be all of your friends with envy. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Rug Munchers Dietary Flooring. We put a whole new spin on the 5-second rule.
Bucker up for a racy sport. Suppose Speed Racer enters a NASCAR race. If he receives the black flag, what should he do? Go to slow pace, Speed Racer, go! Go pull over, Speed Racer, go! Go floor it, Speed Racer, go! Go in reverse, Speed Racer, go! This would have worked. A black flag means the driver needs to pull over into the pit, usually due to a rule violation. Not positive it's a rule violation, but I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to have a monkey in the passenger seat of a Mach 5 car. No, he shouldn't floor it. But you know who should floor it? You! Because you just won some edible carpet. Compliments of Rug Munchers Dietary Flooring. With more fiber than your morning cereal, it'll keep you regular. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Grin Toothpaste Kegs. Squeeze from the bottom? Screw that. For best results, pump from the top.
Next up, 20,000 Leagues Under Admission Requirements. If the Justice League had a superhero student exchange with the Ivy League, which of these superheroes would be taking advantage of the program? The Flash studying physics at Penn State, Wonder Woman learning Greek at Colgate, Batman studying zoology at Dartmouth, or Superman studying astronomy at William and Mary? Here's where the money is. Dartmouth is one of the 8 universities in the Ivy League. Some of the lesser superheroes didn't qualify for the exchange program, but Aquaman found a really great male correspondence course in locksmithing. Colgate? I think you've developed a cavity between your ears. But luckily you can brush off anything ruining your buzz with a toothpaste keg from our wrong answer of the day sponsor, Grin Toothpaste Kegs, putting the party in your mouth since 1901. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Digitencils electronic utensils. Say goodbye to analog food consumption. Say hello to Digitencils.
I call this one Geck of the Morning to you. Imagine that the Geico Gecko saved so much money on car insurance that he quit show business. What would he be able to do at his retirement party? Kiss all the ladies with his forked tongue? Breathe with gills in his disco-lighted hot tub? Hang from the chandelier with his adhesive pads? Or show off by killing a mouse with his poisonous bite? Here's what a right answer looks like. Although they don't have forked tongues, gills, or poisonous bites, geckos do have adhesive pads on their feet for climbing. Very few, interestingly enough, walk on their hind legs, speak, or give a shit about car insurance. Geckos do not have forked tongues. But speaking of forks, you've won an electronic spoon from Digitencils Electronic Utensils. Take the manual labor out of your meals. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Crazy Eddie's Discount Amoebas. Why pay too much for something so little?
How about hot body language? Based on his discovery, what pickup line would Joseph Henry most likely use on a girl he's interested in? I'd like to ride your Pony Express. I've seen you telegraph me signals all night. I'm a man, you're a woman. Let's face the facts. Or, I lost my cell number. Can I have yours? Now pay attention. Joseph Henry was credited for developing the telegraph in 1831. And if you thought sexting was racy, you should have heard what they sent back then. Whoa! That is rated NC-17. No, he wouldn't have access to his cell. But you know who does? You, because you just won an amoeba from Crazy Eddie's Discount Amoebas. Life is complicated. Your pets shouldn't be. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The Insincere Greeting Card Factory. Because you totally deserve the very best.
Take a stab at There's no Siegfried Fischbacher in Team. Being part of a famous duo like Simon and Garfunkel or Tegan and Sarah must be tough. They must want to yell, I am an individual and not just part of this machine. Which of the following would be accurate if one of the duo's members insisted on using his full name? Brooks and Ronnie Dunn, Cheech and Jackie Chong, Penn and Brad Teller, or Hall and Mark Oates? Want to see the right answer? The country duo Brooks and Dunn is made up of Kix Brooks, seriously, and Ronnie Dunn. I've always been a solo performer, but I did briefly do a show called Cookie and Cream. I wasn't part of a duo, it was just me dancing around in whipped cream. Hey look, I had to pay my way through college somehow. Nope, Daryl Hall performs with John Oates. But that Hall and Mark combination does work when talking about greeting cards. Get it? Hallmark? And you've just won a love coupon from the Insincere Greeting Card Factory. Gifts for when people care just enough to do the very least. Try our massage coupons and free hug coupons today. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Dick's Dickeys. Don't trust your Dickie to just anybody. Trust Dick with your Dickie.
Take a good look at books have 'em big words in 'em. Which best-selling children's book could be considered an epistolary book? Fun with Dick and Jane, Goodnight Moon, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or Where the Wild Things Are? Here's what you meant to pick. An epistolary novel relies on a series of correspondence, usually in the form of letters, or sometimes diary entries to tell the story. So if Random House were to somehow get their hands on my life's correspondence with Coolio, it would also be classified as an epistolary novel. Dick and Jane doesn't fit. But you know what always fits? A brand new Dickie compliments of Dick's Dickeys. The comfort of an ascot meets the character of a turtleneck sweater. Who can resist? Dick's Dickeys. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Magic Pudding. A magician never reveals his secrets or nutritional information.
It's time for Show Me Your O Face. Which company's brand name is not spelled with a negative O? Jello, Brillo, Genio, or Whammo? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Brillo, the company that makes Brillo pads, is just spelled B-R-I-L-L-O, no dash. But I really love Brillo. It's a product I use. How else do you think I keep my skin so blemish-free? Ah! Yeah, that looks good. Ah! People who choose wrong answers don't get any pudding. Unless you pick the wrong answer of the game, and then you get Magic Pudding! Yes, you've won some Magic Pudding brand pudding made by the pudding magicians at Magic Pudding. Warning, Magic Pudding is meant for entertainment purposes only. Magic Pudding does not in fact contain any magical properties. Magic Pudding cannot make you fly or read minds. In fact, Magic Pudding doesn't even taste very good. Consult a doctor before eating Magic Pudding. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Ted's Drop-Dead Gorgeous Body Bags. For that longer-lasting last impression.
Take a stab at I don't. If TV's The Bachelor surprised his one true love with a trip to the wedding invitation store, which of the following acronyms might the couple come across? WTF, STD, SOL, or DOA? Let me show you something. Save the dates. The first wedding invitations that are sent out are somehow commonly referred to as STDs. I can't tell you how many STDs I've acquired over the years. Oh well, maybe someday I'll be the one giving the STDs. Oh, this answer is dead on arrival. Just like the designer body bag you've just won from Ted's Drop-Dead Gorgeous Body Bags. Because form follows function, but fashion follows you to the grave. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Reformed Robots House Cleaning Company. They've been reprogrammed to do no harm and to do your windows.
Coming up next, question number 5. A lot of people consider Lou Bega to be a one-hit wonder with his song Mambo No. 5, but I have to disagree. It's only been a little over a decade since the song came out, people. There's still plenty of time for him to have another hit that sounds vaguely like his first. So, If Lou Bega wrote a song about all the dancing girls he met in Brazil, what would it be called? Cha-Cha number 5, Salsa number 5, Samba number 5, or Rumba number 5? Here's where the money is. The samba was developed in Brazil in the 19th century. So the next time you go to Lowe's, be nice to the cashier, because he may just have another hit on the way. No, this would be the robot vacuum dance, and this robot isn't going to help you. But you know what robot will? A reformed evil robot, just like the one you won from the Reformed Robots House Cleaning Company. The only mind they'll be blowing is your figurative one due to their exemplary service. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Salvador's Unnecessary Animal Hybrids. Giraffe frogs and rhinoceros on sale now.
It's time for Dr. Person, Medicine Person. Which of these doctors might be called if the ghost of Doc Holliday were haunting a Wild West ghost town? Dr. Zhivago, Dr. Venkman, Dr. Faustus, or Dr. Moreau? Here's what a right answer looks like. Dr. Venkman is one of the main characters in Ghostbusters. You could also call TV's the Ghost Hunters, TV's the Ghost Whisperer, or of course, TV's Scooby-Doo. No, Dr. Moreau lived on an island full of interesting animal hybrids like a hyena swine and a leopard man. And you know what else is an interesting animal hybrid? A pingwoat, just like the one you just won from Salvador's Unnecessary Animal Hybrids. Salvador's Unnecessary Animal Hybrids, turning necessary animals into superfluous freaks since 1934. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
No surprise, Jack in the Boxes. You will be notified in advance how and when the Jack will come out of the box.
And on its way, what's inside Richard Hatch? Okay, I know Lost has been off the air for a little while now, but I keep rewatching the DVDs because I still don't understand what happened. What the f***? One question. Why did the writers write so many British characters? Charles Widmore, Eloise Hawking, Desmond, Charlie? Is it because people with British accents sound more mysterious? Anyway. Which Lost character is not doing something British? Jack Shepherd eating shepherd's pie, Kate Austen reading Jane Austen, John Locke studying philosopher John Locke, or the smoke monster eating smoked Munster cheese? Want to see the answer? Munster cheese, smoked or not, is actually an American cheese. It originated right here in America. Oh, this just reminds me the smoke monster never even had a name. Unless there are clues hidden in the show to the smoke monster's name. I guess I'm gonna have to watch all the episodes again. Surprise! Jack is wrong. But if you hate being surprised by a Jack, you're gonna love your brand new No Surprise Jack in the Box from our wrong answer of the game sponsor, No Surprise Jack in the Boxes. If you love children's toys but hate sudden movements, then this No Surprise Jack in the Box is for you. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Owensville High School Lost and Found Outlet Store. Unclaimed items, discount prices.
Bucker up for Madden is hell. If John Madden could only announce primetime football games using only prime numbers, what score could he announce? 9-12, 24-13, 31-17, or 41-33? Ready for this? 31 and 17 are both numbers that are only divisible by 1 and itself. Therefore, they're both prime numbers. My dad had a similar disorder, except he couldn't say the words son and love in the same sentence. 9-12? No, those are the grades of high school, grades 9 through 12. And you know what that means? You've won a 1994 Owensville High School letter jacket with the name Mike on it from the Owensville High School Lost and Found outlet store, because someone's personal memories are lost until you find it. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Fat Jim's Weasel Jerky, now with 50% less hair.
Here we have, I'm self-conscious about my Harry Potter. Which of these Harry Potter characters has the least melanin in his hair? Albus Dumbledore, Rubius Hagrid, Sirius Black, or Ron Weasley? One right answer coming up. Dumbledore has white hair, which is caused by the absence of melanin. I'm sure he could just create a spell to darken his hair, but he's probably afraid he'll just end up looking like one of the guys from ZZ Top. No, Weasley isn't right. But you just weaseled your way into winning a generous supply of weasel jerky from Fat Jim's Weasel Jerky. It's technically edible. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Bernie's Baby Browning Tanning Beds. Get your baby beach ready today.
Here's one I like to call USA, the network's so great they named a country after it. USA Network's slogan, "Characters Welcome," really confuses me. Am I the character and I'm welcome to watch the network? In which case, thank you, USA. Or are there characters on their shows and I'm not the character, and does that mean I'm not welcome? I wonder if they could make it more confusing. Suppose the USA Network changed their slogan to "Characters based on other fictional characters welcome." Which of these shows would they air? Burn Notice, House, Monk, or Psych? Let me show you something. Dr. Gregory House's character is based on Sherlock Holmes. You know, the detective. Also, little-known fact, Jack Bauer from 24 is loosely based on Winnie the Pooh. Think about it. Oh, you just got burned. And now, so can your toddler or infant. With a baby tanning bed courtesy of Bernie's Baby Browning Tanning Beds. Baby, say bye-bye to embarrassing diaper lines today. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Beautiful on the inside surgical artwork, because real art takes guts.
Why not try "You can tell I'm acting because I'm yelling"? You ever notice there are just some actors who tend to play the title characters in all their movies? For example, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, Rambo, Judge Dredd, Tango and Cash. Anyway, in which Al Pacino movie does Pacino not play the title character? Scarface, The Godfather Part 2, Donnie Brasco, or You Don't Know Jack? Want to see the right answer? Al Pacino did not play Donnie Brasco in Donnie Brasco. Johnny Depp did. Which leads nicely into the question, will Johnny Depp ever play another character in a movie that doesn't involve him wearing makeup and a strange hat and standing in front of a green screen? Say hello to my little friend. And by little friend, I of course mean this. Medical procedure velvet painting from Beautiful on the Inside surgical artwork. You like scar faces, scar bellies, scar butts? You got 'em. It's art. It's art that produces scars. It's SCART. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Potoman Toilet Ottomans. When pooping makes you pooped, relax with a Potoman.
Coming up next, the Incredible Who? What might the Incredible Hulk yell if he started referring to himself by his real name? Leave the Tony alone! The John will smash you! Don't laugh at the Peter! The Bruce is mad! Correct answer, show yourself. The Incredible Hulk, when not green and angry, is known as mild-mannered Bruce Banner. There really are a ton of superheroes named Bruce. Bruce Banner, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Willis and Unbreakable. Bruce Lee is kind of a dead superhero. Bruce, Hornsby. No, his name is not John. But you know what you could use while going to the John? A beautiful new toilet ottoman from Potaman Toilet Ottomans. Put your feet up when you sit your ass down. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Mr. Cow's Presidential Grilled Cheese Sandwiches. These sandwiches were elected by the people to serve your taste buds.
Up next, Antonio Banderas' sexy sauce-making machine. Suppose Zorro wants to make some orzo using his sword. Which TV infomercial product could help make the proper ingredients for Zorro's orzo? Jack LaLanne's Power Juicer, the Breadman Bread Machine, the Ronco Automatic Pasta Maker, or the George Foreman Grill? Now pay attention. Orzo is a rice-shaped pasta. So he could make some pasta, then slice it into tiny bits of orzo with his sword. I don't know, though. Last time I let Zorro cook for me, I pulled out a giant curly Z from my paella. You just got grilled. And when I say grilled, I mean grilled. Like this Abraham Lincoln grilled cheese sandwich from Mr. Cow's Presidential Grilled Cheese Sandwiches. Mr. Cow's, all your cheese sandwich needs in one online location. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Rocky's Rodent Rockets. There's no time like the present to shoot your hamster into space.
Try this on for size. I cordially invite you to bring it on. Who dances in the most trashy way? The Rockettes, the Riverdance Company, Stomp, or New York City Ballet Company? The correct answer is Stomp is a dance group known for implementing everyday items into their dance routine, including brooms, bins, and trash cans. I sat there for 2 hours, and honestly, I thought those people were stagehands cleaning everything up so the show could start. I was confused, but only because I thought I was in the theater that was showing puppetry of the penis. No, they just kick really high. And I know of another rocket that goes far up in the air. A hamster rocket, like the one you just won from Rocky's Rodent Rockets. Cause life is too short to spend spinning in a wheel. Use a rocket instead. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Bob's Knob Shop. The prices will have you slobbering over Bob's knobs.
Next up, Museum of Ein Farts. Okay, enough childish humor. I can be sophisticated too. Which of the following natural landmarks is closest to MoMA, the world-famous Museum of Modern Art, home to important works by Van Gogh, Gauguin, Matisse, Cezanne, and countless others? Lake Titicaca, Big Bone Lake State Park, Nob Hill, or the Finger Lakes? Here's where the money is. The MoMA is in New York City and the Finger Lakes are in upstate New York. Whew! If we get any more sophisticated, I'm gonna have to turn in my tuxedo t-shirt for a real-life t-shirt. Knob. No. But you're lucky I like saying knob because you've just won a bunch of knobs from Bob's Knob Shop. If you have knob needs, Bob's the man for the job. Enjoy Bob's Knobs. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Hawaii Hal's Lava Lamp Shades. We don't make your lava lamp, we make your lava lamp better.
This one's called Calcutta Her a Break. I miss Mother Teresa. She was always healing the sickly, feeding the hungry, and I like how she looked exactly like Yogi Berra in drag. That woman was a saint. In fact, if the Catholic Church decides to make Mother Teresa a saint using her actual first name, what will she be known as? Saint Helen, Saint Teresa, Saint Agnes, or Saint Ides? Correct answer, show yourself. Mother Teresa's real name was Agnes Gansha Bajaksu. Yeah, probably would have gone by Teresa myself. And the church really does think about marketability when they name saints. St. Francis of Assisi, one of the most popular Catholic saints, was actually born Frank Pudding Pop McDonkey Pants. Much like Mount St. Helens, this choice really blew. But want to know something that doesn't blow? Your new lava lampshade from Hawaii Hal's Lava Lamp Accessories. For when you want your mind blown, just not as much. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Shaggy's Roof Carpet. You'll never have to mop your roof again.
This one's known as a medical nightmare on Elm Street. Which of these frightening medical conditions would not cause Freddy Krueger to vigorously scratch himself with his finger knives? Psoriasis, shingles, eczema, halitosis. Want to see the answer? Unlike psoriasis, eczema, and shingles, which cause itching, halitosis causes bad breath. Although it's probably safe to say Freddy Krueger has also not brushed his teeth in a long time. Freddy would certainly be scratching with shingles. And speaking of things that are shingled, you've won roof carpet from Shaggy's Roof Carpeting. For gutter-to-gutter plushness, nobody beat Shaggy's. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Internet, the book. 723 trillion pages for just $79.95.
Here's one for you. Enter Sandman. If Spider-Man shared the exact same physiology with a spider, what would he rely on to hear the Sandman coming from behind him? His leg hairs, his web, his front teeth, or his ears? Want to see the right answer? Because they do not have ears, spiders rely on their leg hair to pick up vibrations around them. So with those blue tights, Spider-Man would pretty much be deaf. Spider-Man, I've come to kill you. What? I said I've come to kill you. Mildew? No, the web is not helpful here. But you want to know what the web is good for? The internet in book form. Just like the one you won from the internet, the book company. Because when the internet is in book form, you can read the internet anytime. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
It's Never Too Late Adult Orphanage. Just because they're not cute doesn't mean they're not lonely.
It's time for, if it's not Harry Potter, it's trash. Time to get trashed.
Looking through your trash bag, what's it say about you? Funky trash.
This trash seems to be coming of age nicely. Let's see what we got. The severed head of a pig, a pair of cracked children's glasses, and a broken conch shell. Looks like somebody's been recreating a famous novel in their spare time. Which novel is it? James and the Giant Peach, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Lord of the Flies, or Oliver Twist? Sometimes life can be a real piotch. Here's what you meant to pick. A pig head on a stick, the glasses of the character Piggy, and the all-powerful conch shell are all important symbols in the classic novel, Lord of the Flies. I always thought that book was pretty anticlimactic. They just go out and buy some fly paper? Cheap. No, they'd need to get an orphan in there somewhere for it to be Oliver Twist. And speaking of getting orphans, you just got a middle-aged orphan from the It's Never Too Late adult orphanage, because the middle-aged need love too. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Uncle Farty's Specialty Whoopee Cushions. That's how you know we're good.
Say hello to nights and daytime talk shows. Imagine King Arthur gets transported from his round table to the table on The View. Applying round table principles, who would be considered the head of the table? Barbara Walters because she's the oldest, King Arthur because he is a king, Whoopi Goldberg because she tells the best stories, or nobody because everyone's equal. Ready for this? The fundamental purpose of the round table is that no one man is head and that everyone has equal status. But King Arthur always gets to sit next to the guest, especially when a sweet dish like Richard Gere is on. Tasty. Whoopee! Oh, you got it wrong. I just like saying that. Whoopee! Just like I like to say, you've just won a silent but deadly whoopee cushion from Uncle Farty's Specialty Whoopee Cushions. The SBD is the only whoopee cushion that releases a fart smell instead of a fart sound. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Ketchup, the baked bean sauce condiment. Winner of the best baked bean sauce condiment for 5 years straight.
This one's called Rock Out With Your Spleen Out. Which of these bands' music would be, anatomically speaking, made of keratin? The Flaming Lips, the Shins, 9 Inch Nails, or the Black Eyed Peas? Here's where the money is. Nails and hair are chock full of keratin. I have no idea what I'd do with 9 Inch Nails. Probably give myself extensive brain damage when I pick my nose. That answer was not Fergie-licious. But it was Beanie, so get your mouth ready because it's Betchup, the baked bean sauce condiment. All the flavor of delicious baked beans without the unnecessary beans. You betcha, it's not ketchup. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Buzzkill Bee Beard Trimmers. When you've got bees on your face, make sure they're in their place.
It's time for Skeletor sliced it into the sand trap again. If He-Man became master of the golf universe by winning the Masters tournament, what would he wear? Leather boots and a red jacket, a battle axe holster and a yellow jacket, a blonde wig and a blue jacket, or a fur Speedo and a green jacket? It was begging to be picked. The winner of golf's Masters tournament is given a green jacket. It's classy, really. Who wants a trophy or a plaque? If I ever start my own prestigious golf tournament, I'm gonna give the winner a nice pair of slacks. Yellow jacket. That must sting. And what better way to take the sting away than with a bee beard trimmer courtesy of Buzzkill Bee Beard Trimmers. Who gets you that perfect just attacked by a swarm of bees look every time? Buzz does. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another $8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Ted's Wires. We don't sell anything but wires, so please stop asking.
This one's known as None of This News is Fit to Print. Have you ever heard of the 6 W's? The 6 one-word interrogative questions a journalist needs to know to get a full story? Well, if USA Today decided to hire one specialized reporter for each of the 6 W's of journalism, who would they not hire? A hooer, a wire, a witcher, or a hower? The correct answer is... the 6 W's of journalism are who, what, where, when, why, and the tricky one, how. Okay, sometimes they're referred to as the 5 W's and an H, but as is the protocol in print journalism, accuracy goes out the window in favor of what sounds good. A wire? No, they definitely hire a wire. Just like you've definitely won. Some wires from Ted's Wires, your one-stop shop for wire enthusiasts. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
I'm not dead. Coffins for the living. Why wait to be dead to live in comfort?
Up next, I'm working on my resume this Sunday! If monster trucks wanted to advance their careers, which of these real monster trucks would need to crush the CFA exam? Undertaker! Bounty Hunter! The Broker! Defender! Want to see the right answer? The CFA, or Chartered Financial Analyst exam, is something a broker would need to do well on. And I guess if it were looking for a job, then it would naturally log on to Monster.com. No, he could use an apprenticeship. You know what else he could use? A recreational coffin for the living, just like the one you just won from the I'm Not Dead Coffins for the Living store. Because who says you need to be a cadaver in order to be treated like one? Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
The Red Council. From Rudolph to Russia, we are the Red Council.
Here's one I like to call... And introducing Brad Zapp with the son. Which difficult celebrity name have I misspelled? Jake Gyllenhaal, Shia LaBeouf, Scarlett Johansson, or Zach Galifianakis? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Shia LaBeouf is the only name here that is misspelled. Next up, how to pronounce Giafor. Nah, that's spelled right. But before you start seeing red, you should know that picking Scarlet has won you the color red from the Red Council, because every other color sucks. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
The Suitcase Suit Warehouse. Travel with only the shirt on your back, and the many shirts folded and packed into that shirt.
Try this on for size. The Vinyl Frontier. So, back in 1977, the Voyager spacecraft was launched into space to explore Saturn and beyond. On board was a golden record containing different kinds of music for anyone who discovered it to listen to. And there's a German academic who says he thinks that aliens may have hijacked the craft because it's sending strange messages back to Earth. I know! Anyway, considering the only rock and roll song included on the Voyager spacecraft's golden record, how might the aliens greet us? Imagine there's no heaven, Earthlings, and then die! Go, go, go! Take us to your leader, Johnny Be Good! Carry on, my wayward son! There'll be peace never! Or, we've taken the stairway to heaven to kill you all! Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good is currently hurtling through the vastness of space. The most recent Mars probe was full of Metallica albums. But I think that was more a means of disposal. There are no Kansas songs on the Voyager Golden Record. But speaking of carry-ons, you've just won a suitcase suit from the Suitcase Suit Warehouse. You don't have to check your baggage because you are the baggage. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. I think that was more a means of disposal. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Breast Vet Cosmetic Animal Enhancement, because your pet deserves some heavy petting.
Next up, your 4-foot grandma isn't very grand. You know, I expect a certain amount of excellence out of everything I do, everywhere I go. Yes, from now on, only the grandest things for Cookie Masterson. I'm only going to eat 100 grands. I'm only going to play Grand Theft Auto. I'm worth it. Which of these vacation destinations would be the least grand? Arizona's Canyon, Australia's Barrier Reef, Tennessee's Old Opry, or Wyoming's Teton? It's so obvious. There's the Grand Canyon, the Grand Ole Opry, and the Grand Teton, but Australia's Barrier Reef is merely great. The rest of the world could learn a little something from America when it comes to naming things. Oh, Australia, you have a Great Barrier Reef? Oh, China, what's that? A Great Wall? Well, welcome to America, where everything is mother-f***ing grand! Boom! You're welcome. No, Wyoming's Teton is a Grand Teton. And speaking of Tetons, that's the French word for the tip of a breast. And that means you've just won breast implants for squirrels from the Breast Vet Cosmetic Animal Enhancements. Give your squirrels the boost in confidence they so desperately deserve. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Mama Leone's Pasta Beauty Parlor. We'll give your rigatoni the Rachel.
Coming up, the City Beautificationator. If Governor Schwarzenegger wanted to make the City of Angels more angelic with pootie murals, what would you find throughout Los Angeles? Baby angels playing near Grauman's Theater, warrior angels guarding the Hollywood sign, harpist angels playing at Capitol Tower, or angel hair flowing through Rodeo Drive? The correct answer is the pootie are those chubby naked baby angels flying around in Renaissance paintings. And perhaps their sweet cherubic innocence will have a profound impact on the city during the 15 minutes before they're all tagged with gang signs. Angel hair? That's impossible. And in your pasta bowl, you'll find a pasta curling iron from Mama Leone's Pasta Beauty Parlor. Never have a dull, limp noodle again. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Lawn Wax. Keep your lawn looking clean and smooth without the bumps or red marks.
Here we have, look over there, suck-up. If the kids from the Animorph book series were to transform into animals that created a diversion whenever they were in trouble, what would they morph into? Pink flamingos, red herrings, blue whales, or white rabbits? Time is short. Want to see the right answer? A red herring is an expression used when something draws attention away from the central issue. I just thought it would be funny to have red herrings be the actual correct answer to a question. Yeah, turns out it wasn't as funny as I thought. But hey, thanks for playing along. No, pink flamingos are used for lawns, not diversions. And you want to know what else is used for lawns? Lawn wax. Like what you just won from the Lawn Wax Company. Because when your lawn needs a landing strip, use Lawn Wax. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Felt Up Hand Puppet Lube. Now with a tingling sensation to let you know it's working.
And on its way, they gave Kenny a horrible disorder! You bastards! Which South Park character appears to suffer from hydrocephalus? Mr. Hanky, Mr. Slave, Mr. Hand, or Mr. Mackey? Were you thinking of this one? Hydrocephalus causes enlargement of the head due to excess fluid buildup, and Mr. Mackey has an enormous head. Hydrocephalus can be a serious condition, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay. No, Mr. Hand is a hand puppet, which will come in handy with your brand new hand puppet lube from the folks at Felt Up Hand Puppet Lube. Goodbye chapping, never get caught red-handed again. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Herbs. They are seriously, totally just herbs used for wholesome baking. We swear.
Here's a good one. Baby made a mess in his portfolio. I don't think that E-Trade baby should be sitting around relying on somebody else to make a movie about him and get rich. I think he should just be investing in his own thrilling biopic. Suppose the E-Trade baby uses all his earnings to produce a movie remake. If it makes as much international box office money as the original, which film would be most profitable? E-Trade Baby Mama, Rosemary's E-Trade Baby, 3 Men and an E-Trade Baby, or $1 Million E-Trade Baby? It's so obvious. $1 Million Baby was outclassed by 3 Men and a Baby in the U.S., but worldwide, $1 Million Baby crushed it with over $200 million in gross revenue. I would love to see a movie starring the E-Trade Baby. I would also like to light myself on fire. Oh, bad investment. Maybe you were thinking about Rosemary and how you could use a bag of, oregano, courtesy of Herbs, spicing up your life one tiny baggie of herbs at a time. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Ultimate Control Remote Controlled Universal Remote Control. If you buy every bullshit tech device that hits the market, you should buy this one too.
This one's called My Teeth Are Falling Out and Everyone Has Dog Faces. Oh man, last night I watched a movie and ate 3 boxes of toaster pastries, and as happens, I fell asleep and had the craziest dream. So in this dream, I was invited to a mysterious gathering during a thunderstorm at this mansion with all these strangers, except one of the strangers was my cat Poopsie, and one was my cat Mayonnaise. And my mom was there, but she was murdered.
I've been murdered!
And we had to figure out which one of us was the murderer. The weirdest part of the dream is that there were 4 different endings. What could possibly be the movie I was watching last night? Click, Clerks, Clue, or Closer? The correct answer is... oh yeah, Clue! That was the movie I watched last night. I know it was just a dream, but I should probably call my mom and make sure she's alright.
I've been murdered! So I can't take your call right now. Leave your message after the beep.
That's weird. No, that's the movie where Adam Sandler gets the crazy super-powered remote control. Sort of like what you're about to get, because you've just won a remote-controlled universal remote control from Ultimate Control Remote-Controlled Universal Remote Controls. Tired of using your remote control in person? Well, you're in luck, because now you can use your remote-controlled universal remote control. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
You Planet Murder Supplies. Because the best murders are carefully premeditated.
It's time for Avian Bird Funk. So maybe you've heard of the legendary funk band George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. And if you haven't, just pretend that you have. It'll make you look cooler. If George Clinton wanted to incorporate a parliament of birds into his live show, what would be featured on stage? Funkadelic crows, Funkadelic owls, Funkadelic turkeys, or Funkadelic eagles? Watch how easy this is. A group of owls is known as a parliament. Another group that should try this owl thing would be the Who. Who? That would be a Funkadelic murder of crows. And you're gonna love this to death. A murder-to-do checklist from You Planet Murder Supplies. For all your murdering planning needs, You Planet. Our savings are so suspicious, we need an alibi. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Bedwomb Buddies Fetus Doll Factory. Just insert your fetus doll into the plush uterus accessory and watch her grow.
Take a good look at the Uptight Love Boat. Which one of these movie titles contains roughly the amount of time it took the Mayflower to sail from England to America in 1620? 8 crazy nights, 28 days later, 9.5 weeks, or 9 months? Here's where the money is. It took the Mayflower 66 days, or roughly 9.5 weeks, to land in America. And it only took nearly 400 years afterward for the ShamWow to be invented. No, that's the time it took a pilgrim to have a baby pilgrim. And you know what that pilgrim baby wish it had? A fetus doll! Just like the one you won from the Bedwomb Buddies Fetus Doll Factory. Because 9 months is just too long to wait for a doll. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Vitamin Holy Water. Made with the right vitamins and minerals to make you feel born again.
Bucker up for more garbage than meets the eye. If Transformers director Michael Bay only used the editing technique where overlapping images fade into one another during scene transitions, what would his Transformer name be? Jump Cutter, Cutaway, Cross Cutter, or Dissolver? Here's where the money is. A dissolve is when one scene gradually blends into the next one. Another thing that dissolves in those movies are the rational plot lines. I think you're crossed up. You know what else is crossed up? The Vitamin Holy Water you just won from the Vitamin Holy Water Company. Vitamin Holy Water, the only drink fortified with vitamins and the Holy Spirit. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Loco Louie's Breakable Party Favors. On sale this week, ceramic water balloons.
Here we have, You're Fired, Now Marry Me. On which special version of The Apprentice might Donald Trump ask contestants to perform a Trump marriage? The Pinata Apprentice, the Pinochle Apprentice, the Pinochet Apprentice, or the Pinafore Apprentice? This would have worked. A Trump marriage occurs in the game of Pinochle. I think Trump's wedding vows sort of went like this. I promise that this is going to be the biggest marriage of all time. Really just a great, classy, super successful marriage that will tower over and dwarf all the other marriages. And it's really just going to be top-notch all the way. A Trump marriage has nothing to do with the piñata. But guess what you've won? A glass piñata from Loco Louie's Breakable Party Favors. Shoes, gloves, goggles, and helmet not included. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Nighttime Putty. Warning, do not use nighttime putty during the day, sunset, or sunrise.
This one's known as, I would totally tap that word. I don't understand why people have those crazy smartphones with a full QWERTY keyboard built in. I don't understand it. I'm perfectly fine with my faithful old cell phone that's barely a step up from a landline. And anyway, I've got the hang of this one. I can text like a jackrabbit on it. For example, which of the following words can I spell on my phone using only one button? Struts, feeted, oops, or putty? Want to see the right answer? I can spell the word feeted by hitting the 3 button 11 times. Hold on, I just need to text this girl I'm trying to get to go out with me. Just a sec. Let's see here. And where's the P? And now... forget this, I'll just fax her. 78889 spells putty. And you'll be texting all your friends about putty soon, as you just won some nighttime putty. It's just like regular putty, but for nighttime. Your late night buddy is nighttime putty. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Gas of the Sea, dolphin-fueled cars. Why wait millions of years for a dolphin to turn into oil?
It's time for, but I like my kneecaps. Oh, hold on. Let me take this. Hello?
Yeah, hey, it's me. Where's my cabbage?
Oh, hi, Sling Jimmy. Cabbage? Oh, right, the money I owe you. See, I was gonna...
Look, I'll be there in a Howard. Have my cheddar, or I'll snip off your joystick.
Okay then. Bye, Jimmy. Oh, man. I innocently borrowed $200 from this guy named Slang Jimmy, and now he's coming by to collect the cabbage, plus 100% interest. Which slang amount should I have ready for him? 2 C-notes, 3 Benjamins, and 10 Sawbucks, 10 Jacksons, and 3 Finns, or 20 large? One right answer coming up. A Benjamin is slang for a $100 bill, and a Sawbuck is a 10, so $200 at 100% interest. I owe him $400, or 3 Benjamins and 10 Sawbucks. Maybe he'd be happy with a copy of You Don't Know Jack instead. I mean, he said something about snipping off my joystick, so he must like video games, right? He's gonna need a lot more than 3 fins. And speaking of fins, you know what you've just won? A dolphin-fueled car from Gas of the Sea Dolphin-Fueled Cars. It's transportation with a porpoise. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Chick of the Sea Mermaid Starter Kits. Now with your choice of seashells or double D shells.
Coming up next, never date a princess. Assuming it's true that gentlemen prefer blondes, which of these Disney dates would a gentleman most prefer? A hot tub dip with Ariel? A magic carpet ride with Jasmine? A Wonderland picnic with Alice? Or a canoe trip with Pocahontas? This would have worked. Alice from Alice in Wonderland is the only Disney lady here who's blonde. But really, is it gentlemen who prefer blondes, or is it more dudes? I think they should change it to dudes prefer blondes, and just give gentlemen their own phrase like gentlemen prefer monocles and chablis. Ariel the mermaid is not a blonde. But speaking of mermaids, you've won some fresh and ready mermaid eggs from the one and only Chick of the Sea Mermaid Starter Kits. Strong, beautiful, and obedient. That's a Chick of the Sea mermaid. Now odorless. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Jack's bald caps and hairless knickknacks. Because if you actually shaved your hair off, you might find something weird under there.
Take a good look at Misters of the Universe. Which Mr. has a Mrs.? Mr. Clean, Mr. Big, Mr. Echo, or Mr. T? Correct answer, show yourself. Although the others are bachelors, Sex and the City's Mr. Big has been married a couple of times, most recently to Carrie Bradshaw. Also married was Mr. Rogers. You never saw his wife on the show, but he always insisted that we just missed her. Mr. Clean is unattached, despite the fact that the ladies love his muscles and bald head. Just like how everyone will love this bald cap from Jack's Bald Caps and Hairless Knickknacks. Finally, a workable solution for those cursed with a full head of hair. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Lil Smacky's Candy Contraband. You can't get cavities if it goes straight through your veins.
Coming up next, tall, dark, and Have you shopped at a specialty designer clothing store called Big and Tall and Polydactyl? What item could you purchase? Husky Levi's jeans with 3 legs, large 4-toe wide candy shoes, huge Burton ski gloves with 6 fingers, or matching Chanel nose rings for 2 noses? Time's almost up. Here's what you meant to pick. Polydactyly is a condition in which a person has more than 5 fingers or toes on a hand or foot. That happens to really complicate things when trying to give someone the middle finger. Looks like this little piggy had none. Or did it? You just won a candy syringe from Lil Smacky's Candy Contraband. Lil Smacky's Candy Contraband. We'll find your sweets while you find a vein. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Mysterious Boxes Incorporated. Pacta sunt servanda, pulvis adumbra sumus.
Here's a good one. Partly cloudy with a chance of space battles. Sorry, just a second. I want to listen to this speculative fiction weather report.
The weather today calls for continued desert heat across the entire planet with a 0% chance of rainfall. Also, there's a giant sandworm warning until the foreseeable future.
What fictional planet was that weather report for? Hoth, Pandora, Arrakis, or Caprica? Want to see the right answer? Arrakis, the planet from the Dune books, movie, and miniseries, is a desert planet plagued by giant sandworms. I get all kind of weird stations with this satellite radio.
Overall, trading in Wonderland was down today on the heels of the Cheshire Cat failing to obtain bailout money from the Queen of Hearts.
No, that's the planet from Avatar that was named after the Greek myth of Pandora's box. And speaking of boxes that may or may not contain all of the world's evil, you've just won a mysterious box from Mysterious Boxes Incorporated. It's a box. Do whatever you want with it. But be warned, if you open it, there's an outside chance it may mean the end of the world as we know it. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Lube Rats, Gerbil, and Rodent Grease. Be sure to grease your gerbil every 10,000 smiles.
Take a good look at... Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Hey, remember the miracle on the Hudson? You know, the hero pilot that landed U.S. Airways Flight 1548 right there on the Hudson River? It was like the ending to a Disney movie. I half expected animated bluebirds to show up and carry the passengers to shore. Anyway, that got me thinking. The lovable captain of the Miracle on the Hudson plane shares a nickname with which lovable Pixar character? The piggy bank from Toy Story, the head monster from Monsters, Inc., the lead rat from Ratatouille, or the little boy from The Incredibles? It was begging to be picked. You didn't sully yourself on this one. They're both nicknamed Sully. Captain Chelsea Sully Sullenberger and the monster James P. Sully Sullivan. They spell their Sullys differently, but the spell they cast on our hearts is the same. Rats. Our are rodents, and they could sure make good use of your wrong answer of the game prize. Gerbil grease from Lube Rat's Gerbil and Rodent Grease, because there's nothing worse than a dry rodent. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Yellow Pages audio telephone books. It's never been easier to use a public directory recorded onto cassette tapes.
Open Wide for Did You Know Jack? If we were playing a version of You Don't Know Jack in 1950, what would be the only feasible way you could send me your answer to this question? Call me on my toll-free 1-800 number, transmit your answer via your CB radio, email your answer to me, or post your answer to a BBS. Where's that confounded right answer? The first CB radio was invented in 1945, so you would technically be able to call in your answer on a CB, good buddy. We'd play you a clip from the 1950s version of You Don't Know Jack, but it turns out there isn't a single question we can show that isn't incredibly politically incorrect. It was a different time. No one would have heard about toll-free numbers until the late 60s. But you can hear about all kinds of numbers with this. Your new telephone directory audiobook from Yellow Pages Audio Telephone Books. Let your fingers do the walking over to your audio device so they can press play and then you can listen. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Safety Co's Car Darts. Pacify your backseat drivers with a set of sharp projectiles. Safety Co's Car Darts.
Why not try Philly Fanatic Filet? Suppose an NBA All-Star game didn't get catered and the players resorted to eating the team mascots. Which of these pieces of mascot meat could be served as a flank steak? The Suns Gorilla's chest, Benny the Bull's eye, Hip Hop the Rabbit's shoulder, or Bango the Buck's abs? The correct answer is, a flank cut of meat is the abdominal muscles of the animal. Of course, if you're going to eat a sports mascot, he's probably going to taste a little gamey. Bullseye? Missed the mark on that one. But get ready to take aim with a brand new set of car darts, courtesy of Safety Co's Car Darts, now with even sharper darts. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
High-end brand leather toilet paper. We put the assy in classy.
And on its way, I'd rather be an old maid than a young nerd. If you lost your regular card deck and had to play poker with Magic the Gathering cards, what would a full house look like? 2 Black Knights, 2 Fireballs, and an Elvish Fury, 2 Shivan Dragons and 3 Grizzly Bears, 2 Hearts of Ramos, 2 Hearts of Bogard, and 1 Heart of Light, or 3 Deliriums, a Throne of Bone, and a Void. No, but I'll tell you something. Those cards perfectly represent my recent weekend in Vegas. Ready for this? In poker, a full house is 3 of a kind combined with 2 of a kind. But hey, why play poker when you've got Magic the Gathering cards, am I right? That's 7 to 12 consecutive hours of inconclusive gameplay right there. And you can still play tomorrow after you spend your entire allowance on even more cards. 5 hearts isn't a full house. 5 hearts would be a flush. Just like the exciting flush that will follow every use of your new leather toilet paper by high-end brand leather toilet paper, because your end is high-end. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Dr. Lenny's Assorted Pills. Some of these pills have to do something you need, right?
Next, Putting the gel in evangelical. So, you know these big mega churches with the rockin' blue jeans wearing tattoo having preacher dudes that run them? There's one in my neighborhood that's always showing free screenings of these hip action-packed religious movies. So I was wondering, if these mega churches lived up to their name, what would I see if I attended one of their free religious movie screenings? 100 people viewing Moses with 2 tablet PCs of laws, 100,000 believers witnessing God tase the infidels, 1 million worshippers seeing Noah airlift animals, or 1 billion members watching Jesus tweet a sermon. Not much time left. Here's what you meant to pick. The prefix mega means 1 million, so a mega church would be packed to the hilt with 1 million mega churchgoers. My favorite part of that film is when Noah says, "I've had it with all these male and female motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane." There'll be more than that watching Moses and his tablets. And there'll be a lot more than 2 tablets for you because you've won Assorted Pills from Dr. Lenny's Assorted Pills. Dr. Lenny says pills are medicine and medicine is good for you.
Dr. Lenny's pills are medicine and may or may not be good for you.
This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Vance Van Van's Van Lot. You can't spell Vance Van Van without excellence.
Next up, Fox News. Stop making sense. Which of the following is a talking head interviewing a talking head? Bill O'Reilly grilling Bono, Anderson Cooper questioning David Byrne, Greta Van Susteren talking with Michael Stipe, or Wolf Blitzer tossing softballs at Ben Gibbard? The correct answer is David Byrne was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band The Talking Heads. I'd also like to see Glenn Beck interview Beck. It'd be fun to see who could out-crazy the other. Now, that would be a member of REM being interviewed by Greta Van. But you know what would be even Greta? If you won a new van. Yes, you've won a pre-airbrushed van from Vance Van Van's Van Lot. When you think vans, think Vance Van Van. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
The Cloud Registry. It may look like a duck, but it's named after you.
Why not try a classic piece of junk? I've been looking to buy a previously owned car, and I found that wherever the listing says a car is vintage, it usually means it has over 100,000 miles, or doesn't have a steering wheel. If CarMax started selling vintage cars instead of used cars, which of these popular vintage models would be the oldest and most vintage? A classic first-year Toyota Corolla, a first-year Ford Taurus in perfect condition, a fully restored first-year Dodge Stratus, or a rare first-year Honda Civic? Ready for this? Toyota Corolla was first manufactured in 1966, making this car the oldest and most vintage. And let me tell you, if you've never been in a 66 Toyota Corolla, the back seat rides like a dream. Stratus, get your head out of the clouds. And put your name on them instead. With a cloud named after you from the Cloud Registry. Immortalize yourself in the sky until it rains. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Meow, inappropriate cat accessories, because your cat has pissed you off for the last time.
Let's try Gentlemen Like to Be Solicited. Which literary gentleman might receive a direct mailer for a gentleman's club if the mailer were sent to the Pemberley estate? Rhett Butler or current love interest, Mr. Darcy or current male protagonist, Heathcliff or current vengeful lover, or Ernest Worthing or other? This would have worked. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, the male protagonist in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, lived at Pemberley. Did they even have gentlemen's clubs in 1800s London? Kindly remove your outer garments. Now would you please take off your foundation garments? Yes, quite lovely. Heathcliff? Well, the cat's out of the bag. And so is its riding gear. You want a cat saddle from our sponsor, Meow, Inappropriate Cat Accessories. If your cat could thank you, it probably wouldn't. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Just Hair Superstore. We'll supply you with real human hair without asking any embarrassing personal questions.
Bucker up for Saturday Night Life. Which of these modern-era SNL cast members wasn't alive the Saturday night that Saturday Night Live first debuted? Seth Meyers, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader, or Will Forte? It's so obvious. Bill Hader was born in 1978, 3 years after SNL's 1975 premiere. There are a couple other cast members who are younger than the show, but I can never remember their names. Girl who never gets in any scene, other girl who pretty much never gets in any scenes, and guy who mostly just raps. Not unless Wiig is the only actress in history to lie about her age in the opposite direction. And speaking of wigs, you've just won a bag of hair from the Just Hair Superstore. Use it to make a wig, stuff a disgusting pillow, or just as a conversation starter. A bag of hair. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Tooties, butt kazoos, and anal instruments. Cleaning supplies sold separately.
Here's one I like to call Where the Wild Things Are. Oh man, I love the children's book Where the Wild Things Are, but tell me this. If instead of Let the Wild Rumpus Begin, Max yelled, Let the Wild Ructus Begin, what would the new book be called? Where the Wild Farts Are, Where the Wild Burps Are, Where the Wild Whizzes Are, or Where the Wild Boogers Are? This would have worked. A ructus or eructation is a burp or belch. I learned how to burp on command when I was about 6, and it always makes me feel like a kid again when I do it. Ow! My hernia! And my acid reflux! Sadly, no. But since you're clearly a flatulence enthusiast, you've just won a Wazoo Kazoo from Tooties, Butt Kazoos, and Anal Instruments. Because everybody's moon deserves its own tune. Tooties Wazoo Kazoo. Just pucker up and blow one. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Grammar Garments and Punctuation Pants Warehouse. You'll never have a period problem in our pants.
This one's called Chicken Soup for the Organs. If the eyes are the windows to the soul, what is your spleen? The vacuum to your blood, the garbage disposal to your intestines, the screen door to your gallbladder, or the attic fan to your colon? Watch how easy this is. One of the main functions of the spleen is to clean your blood by removing particles of debris. And as I've learned the hard way, don't forget to change the bag every month or so. That colon answer blows. But luckily, you're about to look colon sharp in this brand new punctuation suit from the Grammar Garments and Punctuation Pants Warehouse. The best place to find a suit with a comma, colon, or question mark at the best prices. Period. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The Grim Reaper Depot. Our prices are out of this netherworld.
I call this one, everybody should have equal access to touch this. Based on the prominent symbol, which communist DJ would be best paired with MC Hammer to complete his next album? DJ Handsaw, DJ All, DJ Sickle, or DJ Scythe? Watch the clock. One right answer coming up. The hammer and sickle make up one of the prominent symbols of communism. MC Hammer and DJ Sickle. Too legit to quit the fight for the redistribution of giant puffy pants. That answer was grim. And so will be your next night's sleep. With your head relaxing on a Grim Reaper-shaped pillow from the Grim Reaper Depot, the harbinger of savings. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Cookie Masterson's eBay store. Cookie Masterson's horrible gambling debts can be your game.
Here's one I like to call Error, question name file not found. In my free time, I've been learning some computer programming. Hopefully someday I'll be able to make my own game. It'll be a lot better than this one. Anyway, I'm having trouble coming up with tricks to remember what all the different file types are. What would be the best clue to help me remember what a jar file does? Cookie.jar, coffee.jar, peanut butter.jar, or swear.jar? One right answer coming up. Jar files are commonly associated with the application Java, as in coffee. And trust me, you're totally gonna want to play this game I'm gonna make. It's gonna be like Grand Theft Auto meets Call of Duty meets Animal Crossing. No, but I'm flattered you chose my name. And you should be thrilled too, because you just won Billy O'Brien. Compliments at Cookie Masterson's eBay store. And I just want to bet that I could actually get someone to take the damn dummy off my hands. Hey! Shut it, Billy. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Maggot World, your one-stop maggot superstore. Now selling groceries.
Why not try Cast Away from Here? Because it's about being stranded alone on an island, which FedExed book would have given the most comfort to Tom Hanks' character in Cast Away? Hatchet, Lord of the Flies, The Island of Dr. Moreau, or Swiss Family Robinson? I so wanted you to pick this one. The other novels involve multiple characters on an island, but Hatchet is about a boy who's stranded on an island with only his thoughts and, well, a hatchet. And he starts talking to the hatchet, and then it sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and he cries, and that's when you realize the book's been going on for well over 2 hours, and it's getting kinda old. Lord of the Flies would be a bad choice for many reasons. But speaking of flies, you've just won some baby flies in the form of a maggot farm from Maggot World. Because seriously, what makes ants think they're so damn special? Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Uncle Larry's Station Wagon Decals. There's only one way to make your station wagon even more attractive. Uncle Larry's.
Say hello to a bad real model. Which of these movies features a road trip to Las Vegas? Honeymoon in Vegas, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Vegas Vacation, or Showgirls? Time's almost up. Smart people choose this. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is about Hunter S. Thompson, the father of self-proclaimed gonzo journalism, traveling across country to get to Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but apparently what happens on the way to Vegas goes into a book and then eventually a movie. The Griswolds? No, they took a plane to Vegas, but they are famous for the road trip in a station wagon. And you know what that means? You've just won Scratch and Sniff station wagon decals from Uncle Larry's Station Wagon Decals, making your obsolete car just a little more outdated since 1998. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The Bacon Magnet. If there's bacon within 100 yards, it's about to be in your mouth.
And on its way, and Laurence Olivier as Lobo. Which Marvel Comics character was portrayed by an Oscar-winning actor? Magneto, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, or the Joker? It's so obvious. Nicolas Cage, who played Ghost Rider, won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas. He also won a Pulitzer Prize for his role in National Treasure 2. Believe it or not, Ian McKellen has never won an Oscar. But by choosing Magneto, you've won a bacon magnet. Why only eat the bacon that's within arm's reach when you can use the power of magnetism to get even more bacon? Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Lil Executioner's Doll Guillotines. Goodbye, Dolly.
Take a good look at. Take my hand, please. Which of these characters is missing two separate body parts? The Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow, the One-Armed Man from The Fugitive, Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump, or Snake Plissken from Escape from New York? Let me show you something. Lieutenant Dan lost both of his legs in battle. And maybe more, who knows? He may very well no longer have any chocolates in his box, if you know what I mean. No, he's just missing one head. And speaking of one, you just won a Lil Executioner's Doll Guillotine, because sometimes a doll just doesn't get it, and she must face the ultimate punishment. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Doomsday Devices Limited. Forget the black market. Buy your Doomsday device from a federally regulated limited liability company.
Up next, I travel through time all the time. Suppose the time traveler's wife received a letter from her husband stating, watching a hover car parade for Lincoln's birthday. What would the postmark on the letter be? December 21st, 2012, June 11th, 2021, May 5th, 2066, or February 12th, 2086. Not even a stab in the dark? Who knows, you might have picked this. Every year we celebrate Abraham Lincoln's birthday on February 12th, just as we will in the year 2086. And in the year 2086, I'm going to be celebrating nothing, because I'll be dead. That's the end of the Mayan calendar, which some people think is Doomsday. And hey, speaking of Doomsdays, you're doomed to win a brand new, fully functional Doomsday device from the great folks at Doomsday Devices Limited. The world will kneel before your terrifying power with a Doomsday device from Doomsday Devices Limited. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
File Cabinets, the video game. Find the magic chalice of emeralds and slay the File Cabinet Gorgon. Okay, just kidding. It's not that interesting.
This one's called Goblins Know My Secrets and I Have No Eyes. I ate a whole box of those ice cream Snickers bars last night while watching TV, and I fell asleep and I had the strangest dream. I was an FBI agent investigating the murder of my cat Poopsie. My partner trying to help me solve the crime was my other cat Mayonnaise, who was a forensic anthropologist who worked at the Jeffersonian Institute in D.C. Mayonnaise and I worked really well as a team, and there was even a little romantic tension between us. But Mayonnaise had a lot of family issues and emotional problems. Just before I woke up, I realized my mom was the murderer! What TV show was I watching last night that gave me such an odd dream? Fringe, Bones, Medium, or The X-Files? Here's where the money is. Oh yeah! Yeah, I was watching Bones. That was it. I wonder why my subconscious put my mother in the role of the murderer. Well, the only thing I can think of is the time she murdered my father. I can't decide whether to do a "the truth is out there but not here" joke, or something along the lines of "I want to believe you're right, but you're not." But since you love files so much, you've won File Cabinets, the video game, now with drawer opening and closing motion controls. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Soup in a cone, because people buy that's repackaged into cute containers.
Bucker up for This Wedding is Too Big and Fat. Suppose a sequel were made to My Big Fat Greek Wedding where the bride and groom are seen signing a ketubah. What would the movie most likely be called? My Big Fat Italian Wedding? My Big Fat Jewish Wedding? My Big Fat Russian Wedding? Or My Big Fat Military Wedding? It was begging to be picked. Now, ketubah is a type of prenuptial agreement signed for Jewish weddings. You know, it's just like in that Kanye West song, Gold Digger. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want ketubah. Italian wedding is actually a type of soup. And speaking of soup, you've won a waffle cone filled with clam chowder from our friends at Soup in a Cone. Say goodbye to spoons and say hello to convenience with Soup in a Cone. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Professor Impressor's pre-completed crossword puzzles. Hey, when you buy a Rubik's Cube, it's already solved for you.
And on its way, don't be so docudramatic. If the History Channel did a docudrama about the historical figure named John Chapman, what might you see him doing on screen? Slaughtering sheep and cattle, catching outlaws, putting letters into boxes, or planting seeds? Watch how easy this is. John Chapman, better known by his nickname of Johnny Appleseed, would be seen planting seeds on the History Channel's incredibly well-acted docudrama about his life. And just to make it more exciting, maybe they could take some creative liberties and show him fighting his arch-nemesis, Jimmy Kiwi Rind. He wouldn't put letters into boxes. And you won't have to put letters in boxes either, since you just won a book of Professor Impressor's pre-completed crossword puzzles. Why take the time to do them when you can look smart instantly? Don't be a wild guesser with Professor Impressor. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome 8,000 bucks. Yeah, you're welcome. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Animal Ghost Humane Society. Don't support animal ghost mills. Get your animal ghost from a reputable protoplasmic shelter.
Bucker up for Suri Marai. If I could look like one celebrity, it'd be Tom Cruise. And if I could be any sort of badass dude, it'd be a samurai. And that got me thinking, which movie featured Tom Cruise as an American samurai? American Samurai, Seven Samurai, The Way of the Samurai, or The Last Samurai? Time's running out. The Last Samurai was Cruise's samurai pick. It was nominated for 4 Oscars. The film is alternately titled The Last Movie Tom Cruise Was In Before Everyone Knew He Was a Lunatic. Now that's the subtitle to the movie Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. And speaking of ghost dogs, you just won a pet ghost dachshund from the Animal Ghost Humane Society. Their souls are restless and their tummies need rubbing. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Monocle City Monocle Superstore. We've got our one good eye on savings.
This one's called Creamed Cornea. Who seems to not need LASIK? Planters Mr. Peanut, Family Guy's Peter Griffin, The Muppets Scooter, or Monopoly's Uncle Pennybags? Want to see the right answer? LASIK surgery corrects vision problems. Scooter and Peter Griffin wear glasses and Mr. Peanut has a monocle, but Uncle Pennybags doesn't have any eyewear. The weird thing is, a lot of people remember him as having a monocle, but he doesn't. He has no monocle. He's just a fancy old rich man. Stop stereotyping fancy old rich men. That salty nut wears a monocle. Just the kind of awesome fashion statement you'll be able to make with your new 3D monocle from Monocle City Monocle Superstore, because there's no such thing as too pretentious. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Burglar King Designer Robbery Wear. Hopefully you won't get caught, but if you do, you'll look fabulous.
Here's a good one. Fun with Dickeys and Janus. Which Jim Carrey movie would the Greek philosopher Diogenes be most likely to look for with his lantern? The Mask, Liar Liar, Bruce Almighty, or the number 23? The correct answer is Diogenes was known to walk through the streets with a lantern looking for an honest man. In Liar Liar, Jim Carrey is unable to tell a lie. He would probably also enjoy Ace Ventura 2. I think a person coming out of a rhino's butt would be right up Diogenes' alley. Are you okay? You look a little green. So perhaps you should cover up your face with a designer burglar's mask from Burglar King Designer Robbery Wear. Say goodbye to that solid black ski mask and say hello to style. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Inflatabills, blow-up doll rentals and sales. Now with convenient return kiosks in most malls. Inflatabills.
Next up, my ankle bracelet is a fashion choice. Okay, I want you to imagine that as part of their celebrity rehab, Dr. Drew doesn't allow cast members, patients, whatever. He doesn't allow them any contact with drugs in any fashion. Okay? Okay. Since it's not about drugs, which movie can celebrity rehabber Leif Garrett go see? Blow, Scarface, Traffic, or 21 Grams? Why didn't you pick this? While it may sound like a measurement of some illicit drug that the kids are taking these days, 21 grams is actually a reference to the supposed weight of one's soul. Of course, that's when the soul is sopping wet. This answer really blows. Which is good news for you because you may need a little help blowing up your new blow-up voyeur doll from Inflatables Blow-Up Doll Rentals and Sales. Your plastic peeping Tom will be there for you, even in your most private moments. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Snow Globe Surplus Store. All we sell are snow globes. We've got over 200,000 on display and several thousand more in the back.
Here we have, I only eat organic junk food. People say I don't eat healthy, but I do eat a lot of ketchup, which is technically a vegetable, so I've been thinking about the rest of my diet and how I could make it sound more healthy. Suppose candy were classified as fruits based on its physical characteristics. Which of these candies would be considered a droop? Lifesavers, snow caps, gummy worms, or peanut M&Ms? Where's that confounded right answer? In botany, a drupe is a fruit with a fleshy outside and a hard pit inside, like a cherry, peach, plum, etc. So a peanut M&M would resemble a drupe with its chocolatey outside and crunchy peanut pits. Oh, I love fruit. No caps. But there'll be plenty of snow flying when you shake your brand new prize. A snow globe of Leavenworth Prison from the Snow Globe Surplus Store. Shake it up! The only bank these tiny convicts are gonna rob is a snow bank. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Man Cone. Dog cones for men. Keep that naughty man's tongue in his mouth. And everyone else's tongues wagging at his fresh new style.
This one's called A Slice of the Big Apple. You know how they call pizzas pies in New York City? And you can order pies anywhere in New York. Well, almost anywhere. Say you're calculating the areas of some New York areas. In which area would you not find a pie? Coney Island, Columbus Circle, Lincoln Tunnel, or Times Square? It's so obvious. You will find pi in the equations for finding the areas of cones, circles, and tunnels, or cylinders, but you won't find pi when exploring the area of a square. That's just the base times itself. You used to be able to buy a different kind of pie in Times Square, but Giuliani shut them down. No, you'd find pi in the area of a cone. And you know what else you'd find in a cone? A man's head! Because you've just won the Man Cone! Dog cones for men! For the fella who just can't stop licking his shoulders. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Mama Meatball's Yum Ball Machines. Forget bubblegum and cavities. Put in a quarter and get a nutritious ball of meat.
Say hello to What About Bill? You ever notice how a lot of Bill Murray's movie characters have names ending in ER? You know, Well, which movie featured Bill Murray as a cab driver turned soldier? The one where he played Tripper? The one where he played Spackler? The one where he played Winger? Or the one where he played Badger? John Winger. That's Bill Murray in the Army comedy Stripes. They just don't make Army comedies like they used to with MASH and Stripes. These days we get Major Payne and In the Army now, starring Pauly I'm sorry, I get a little hung up whenever I try to say Pauly Now that was a classic Bill Murray summer camp movie, Meatballs. Which can only mean you've just won A Yumball machine from Mama Meatball's Yumball Machines. Just place in your business establishment and watch your income grow. Comes with a free 200 pack of meatballs that you can vend for 25 cents each. That's a pricey meatball. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fredericks of Honolulu Tropical Intimates. Put the spirit of aloha in your pants. Fredericks of Honolulu.
Why not try snakes on a plane using their mileage points? Okay, so based on where they're indigenous, which of these snakes would actually have to take a plane? An anaconda vacationing in Brazil, a garter snake vacationing in Canada, a rattlesnake vacationing in Africa, or a king cobra vacationing in China? Watch the time! Anacondas can readily be found in Brazil, usually on the beach sporting fresh Brazilian waxes. No, I'll get this. Rattlesnakes are indigenous to North America. In order to get one to Africa, I'd have to take a plane or a boat, I guess. Maybe a rocket. I sat next to a rattlesnake on a transatlantic flight once. It wouldn't share the armrest. No, garter snakes are found everywhere in North America, and they look ridiculous in those garters. But you won't be wearing a garter, you'll be wearing a coconut thong from Fredericks of Honolulu Tropical Intimates, your one-stop shop for tropical fruit undergarments. Also, try our new banana hammocks. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Mr. Ted's Protective Horse Covers. Protect your horse from the harmful effects of sunlight, rain, and oxygen.
Here's one I like to call, "What are you eating under there?" So I saw an episode of RuPaul's Drag Racing, the reality show drag queen competition, and it got me thinking about a lot of things, but this in particular. Because they only make underwear for men, which brand of undergarments would be least useful to RuPaul? BVD, Hanes, Jockey, or Calvin Klein? It was begging to be picked. If a drag queen were going full out in the costume department, they'd have to look elsewhere for undies, cause BVD only makes underwear for men. RuPaul should take a lesson from what I do when I cross-dress. Go commando. Ride 'em, cowboy and girl. And when you're not riding them, be sure to keep your ponies safe and warm with your new horse cover from Mr. Ted's Protective Horse Covers. There's only one way to keep your stallion safe from the elements, and that's to keep it fully covered when not in use. Mr. Ted's Protective Horse Covers. With Mr. Ted's, you'll win, place, and show off your horse. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Self-Righteous Harvest Vegetarian Corn Dogs. You won't have a beef with our corn dogs, or a pork, most likely.
Coming up, Safari So Goody. I've been looking into going on a safari, and I keep reading about the big 5 animals that everybody hopes to see. Big 5 this, big 5 that. It got me thinking, which team in college football's Big 12 conference shares a name with one of the big 5 safari animals? Colorado Buffaloes, Missouri Tigers, Texas Longhorns, or Nebraska Cornhuskers? Here's where the money is. The big 5 African game or safari animals are the lion, the cheetah, not the tiger, the elephant, the rhinoceros, and the buffalo. Of course, Colorado will be moving to the Pac-10 conference in 2011, which makes sense, because Colorado is so close to the Pacific Ocean where there are a lot of buffaloes. Aw, shucks. And all right, because you've just won A corn-filled corn dog from Self-Righteous Harvest Vegetarian Corn Dogs. Now made with 100% pure corn syrup. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Yesteryear's used calendars. Live the life of someone else from many years ago based on their calendar entries.
This one's called A Case of the Trotskys. So, in my spare time, I've been constructing a scale replica of Moscow's Red Square using only fruit. It's a good way to study Russian architecture, and it keeps me regular. Anyway, based on their shape, which fruits should I use to construct the onion domes that sit atop the Red Square cathedrals? Plums, dates, kumquats, or figs? It's so obvious. Figs are shaped like little onion domes, so they're the perfect fruit to complete my Red Square cathedral domes. My dried fruit Red Square is amazing. I used raisins for the bricked streets, dried pineapples to make the buildings, and if you look really closely, you can see a glass case containing my embalmed dried apricot Vladimir Lenin. Now I use dates for the columns beneath the domes. And you'll be enjoying plenty of used dates with a used calendar from 1994 brought to you by Yesteryear's Used Calendars, where you can give someone else's past as a present in the present. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Tiny Joe's Miniature Golf Supply Depot. All your miniature golf needs in one 700,000 square foot warehouse surrounded by a moat.
Up next, Tay Canday. Hey, remember that internet video sensation Tay Zonday and his song Chocolate Rain? Poor guy. He was trying to make a statement about race and he ended up making a statement about how people in America can become famous for really bad singing. Which of these lyrics would not be in the song literally Chocolate Rain? Some stay dry and others feel the payday. Forecast to be falling from the sky bar. Hershey's miniatures crashing through your veins. Or zoom the camera out and see the score. Time is short. It's so obvious. You won't be singing the praises of payday candy bars because they're only made with caramel and nuts. No chocolate. Payday candy bars are really like an actual payday. All the good stuff is taken out and all you're really left with is peanuts. Hershey's miniatures have chocolate in them, so they could be in the song literally Chocolate Rain. But do you know what you could be in? A miniature golf cart, which you've just won from Tiny Joe's Miniature Golf Supply Depot. Who says there's no driving on a miniature golf course? This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Silly Nooses, the elastic executioner bracelet every kid has just got to have. Don't you wish you thought of them?
Open wide for Who Done It? Who Cares? Remember that game Clue? I don't think I ever actually finished that game. It took forever trying to figure out who did it, where, and with what. Man, I'll bet the characters in the game were even bored, just biding their time until some Einstein figured out who done it. While waiting for someone to solve the murder, which Clue character could play a game of Mumbledy-Peg? Miss Scarlet in the ballroom with the rope, Professor Plum in the kitchen with the revolver, Colonel Mustard in the study with the knife, or Mrs. Peacock in the library with the candlestick? Want to see the answer? Mumbledy-Peg is a classic game played with a pocket knife where you try to stick the blade into the ground by flipping it in different ways. The knife's also good for ripping open that envelope and finding out who the committed the murder. Now, looks like you choked on this one. And since you're already choking, why not do it in style with a super elastic silly noose? Noose-shaped rubber bands for wearing, trading, or just hanging around. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Pocket Pool Instant Swimming Pools. Is that a diving board in your pocket, or are you just happy to have your own pocket pool?
It's time for Amerigo Vespucci Needs to Be Burped. Because he is said to have discovered the fountain of youth, which of the following might you see? Ferdinand Magellan getting his driver's permit? Ponce de Leon asking someone to buy him liquor? Marco Polo having a sleepover? Or Vasco da Gama's voice changing? I so wanted you to pick this one. Ponce de Leon led the first European expedition to Florida to look for the fountain of youth. And I'm guessing he took the fountain back to Spain with him, because I'm pretty sure there's no one in Florida under the age of 80. Marco? Marco? That's right, you'll be able to play Marco Polo and all sorts of water sports in your very own instant swimming pool, provided by Pocket Pool Instant Swimming Pools. Get your hands out of your pockets and stop playing with yourself. Invite your friends to an instant pool party no matter where you are. There's a party in your pants. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Mosquitard, the full-body mosquito repellent wear. Works on gnats, fleas, ticks, and chiggers, too.
Why not try I Want to See Saw? Okay, so imagine a sequel to the Saw movies. Let's call it Saw 53. If Jigsaw created a device that cut his victim at a perfect 45-degree angle, which saw must he have used? A rip saw, a miter saw, a bite saw, or a crosscut saw? Here's what a right answer looks like. A miter saw sits in a miter box so that you can accurately make angled cuts. Once you have your miter saw, all you need is an egg timer, a few lengths of chain, and a bear trap, and you're ready to get down to business. Bite saw, bite me. Although you won't have to worry about getting bit at all with your brand new Mosquitard, the mosquito-repelling unitard. This scientifically designed mosquito repellent and full body covering is the only sure method of keeping pesky bugs away. You can once again enjoy campouts, barbecues, or just relaxing in your own backyard, as much as you can while wearing a full bodysuit. Fight bugs back with Mosquitard. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Bend Over's Colonoscopy Tchotchkes. Everything under the sun and moon to satisfy your colonoscopy needs.
Next, lethal indigestion. Boy, how cool would it be to be a death row inmate? You get to choose whatever you want as your last meal. That's so awesome. Although I sure would want to make it last. Because it takes the least amount of time to prepare, which last meal would a death row inmate definitely not want to order? A smoky barbecue pork butt, a Thanksgiving turkey, some tasty osso buco, or a dill-poached salmon? Want to see the right answer? Poaching is basically dropping something in boiling liquid for a few minutes. Then it's off to the gallows. You know what I get for my last meal? All-you-can-eat crab legs at Red Lobster or something. I mean, as long as you kept eating, you'd be safe, right? Although the creamy Langostino lobster mashed potatoes would eventually kill you. I have a really difficult time eating anything with butt in the name. Although, since we've cracked the subject of butts, it seems appropriate to tell you you've just won the America's Funniest Colonoscopies DVD from Bend Over's Colonoscopy Tchotchkes. Remember, in the end, there's nothing funnier than someone else getting a colonoscopy. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Sergeant Soggy Cereal. It's soggy, it's mushy, it's breakfast.
Let's try Save the Bows. According to the song, by the 12th day of Christmas, what will you have the most of? geese a-laying, lords a-leaping, maids a-milking, or golden rings? Here's where the money is. In the song 12 Days of Christmas, you get 6 geese a-laying on the 6th day. Then you get 6 more each day after that, up till the 12th day when you'd have 42 geese. Watch your step. This wrong answer makes me think of my mother. And it makes me think of your brand new prize. Sergeant Soggy Cereal. Do you really want to start your day with a hard, crunchy cereal that cuts the roof of your mouth to ribbons? No way! You want a soft, soggy cereal that goes down easy. Isn't that right, Sergeant Soggy?
You betcha, Cookie.
Sergeant Soggy Cereal. Grab a spoonful of soggy. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Radiology, makers of designer-led fashion wear. Protect your vital organs from harmful radiation in style.
And now, the periodic lunch table. So, you've seen the periodic table of elements, right? It's got all the letter symbols that represent chemicals and stuff. Please don't make me take mine out. Considering the elemental symbols in these sandwiches, which would make my lunchbox the heaviest? PB, NJ, FR, Inch Dip, PO, Boy, or B, LT? Time's a-wasting. Smart people choose this. FR is the symbol for francium, which with an atomic mass of 223 is the heaviest of these 4 elements. I enjoy my FR Inch Dip with FR Inch FR eyes. No, but it would give me lead poisoning. And it's gonna give you something even better. A designer lead x-ray vest from Radiology. Designer lead fashion wear. Helping you look great on the outside while your dentist takes a look at your insides. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Queef, quick beef in a can. That distinctive aroma will let you know that somebody's opened a can of Queef.
Take a stab at... Shh! I can't hear the subtitles. Where might Roger Ebert give a film 2 Pulgars up? The Cannes International Film Festival, the Digital Barcelona Film Festival, the Roma Independent Film Festival, or Slamdance? The correct answer is... Pulgar is how you say thumb in Spanish. Yeah, I do the festival circuit. I don't buy into the big studio system. Those guys have their Pulgar up their culo. I thought you could, but now I see that you cannot. But there's one can that certainly can, and that would be... quick beef in a can. Yes, you've just won a year's supply of queef. Ah, packed in its own juices. It's quick, it's beef, it's queef. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Salvador's Salve Store. If it's red and inflamed, Sal has just the salve for you. That's a nice.
Here we have everything I need to know I learned from PBS. Which of these electric company vocabulary lessons is improperly dividing its phonemes? Okay, have at it, kids.
Rash,
Brash. Ch.
eeky,
Cheeky. Sh.
arp,
Sharp. Fur.
esh,
Fresh.
Time's running out. It's so obvious. Phonemes are how we divide up sounds. Is its own phoneme and is its own phoneme. So while they may sound good together, they need to be separated. You guys did a great job reading those answers. Thanks.
No.
problem.
No problem.
Yeah, okay, you can get the hell out of here now. Barash? No. But if you've got any kind of rash, you can use your new ointment fountain, courtesy of Salvador's Salve Store. This decorative conversation starter will keep the sweet relief flowing for hours. Itchy, burning, painful sore? Come on down to Sal's Salve Store. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Pass the Dynamite from Sparker Brothers. They've been making explosive family fun for generations.
Take a good look at. I hear you talking, but your lips aren't moving. Okay, I want to tell this great joke I heard the other day, but I need someone to help me set it up. Don't look at me. Billy!
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me. Okay, Billy, so ask me what I did last weekend.
Oh, please, Cookie, you're horrible at telling jokes.
Come on, Billy, just this once.
Okay, so Cookie, what did you do last weekend?
Funny you should ask, Billy. It started out like a normal weekend. You know, I woke up at 2.
Oh, joy, this is gonna be miserable. Don't you hate people who think they're funny that they're not? Speaking of which...
But, you know, I got
Which
around to it.
cable network is constantly reminding viewers that they're very funny?
And so then Wait, did you just ask a question?
TNT, TDS, TLC, or Telemundo?
It's so obvious.
Turner Broadcasting System
Or TBS.
has all those commercials that tell people that they're very
Very funny. Aren't you interested in hearing the rest of my joke?
I'm more interested in how you and I had been talking at the same time.
Yeah, that is pretty... Hey,
What?
how did you...
What?
You were
No,
talking...
I wasn't.
But you...
No. That explosive sound means you just won. Starker Brothers' newest game, Pass the Dynamite. The entire family will enjoy this explosive game. Pass the Dynamite or die a horrible death. It's that simple. For ages 5 and up.
This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
1001 Arabian knickknacks. Don't be caught in the desert without a little bit of Middle Eastern magic.
May I introduce Gilbert Wanna-Cracker? Which annoying bird is not voiced by annoyingly voiced comic Gilbert Gottfried? Aladdin's Iago, Cyber Chase's Digit, The Lion King's Zazu, or Aflac's Duck? Correct answer, show yourself. All those other flying freaks were voiced by my close personal friend Gilbert Gottfried. The bird from Lion King was the voice of that Mr. Bean guy. They say if Gilbert Gottfried shits on you, it's good luck. Who would have thought that a cartoon in the desert could be so entertaining? And speaking of entertainment in the desert, you've just won a brand new, previously owned genie lamp from 1001 Arabian Knickknacks. Fly your magic carpet south on I-65 to the Rantoul exit. They're right behind the Farm and Fleet, next to the Gimmelman's Camel Showroom. You can't have enough magic knickknacks. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
A Parasol Spray-On Apparel. Why pull it on when you can simply spray it on?
Coming up next, field dressing Daffy Duck. I've always wondered if Elmer Fudd ever considered going after other animals besides bugs when he went out wabbit hunting. I mean, there have to be some other characters that are easier to shoot. Because they're part of an endangered species, which animal attractant should Elmer Fudd not bother to bring along on a hunting trip? Wile E. Coyote urine, Tasmanian devil pheromones, Roadrunner spray, or Yosemite Sam scat? I so wanted you to pick this one. Tasmanian devils are extinct in part of the world and well on their way in others, making them an endangered species. Many of them die from dizziness. Oh, you've just been sprayed with wrong. But you've also been sprayed with good fortune because you've just won a pair of spray-on socks from Aparasol Spray-On Apparel. Available in dress, tube, tennis, and new Argyle. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Invigorate flavored shower heads. Remember, cleanliness is next to gosh darn good taste.
Take a stab at, I like to be called a meteorologist. So you know how people make quotes in the air when they're being ironic? Gosh, it's hilarious. Imagine a weatherman telling you about the great weekend ahead. Since the symbol for this weather looks like quotation marks, what conditions should you prepare for? A heavy shower, a few snow flurries, a moderate drizzle, or driving snow? Here's what you meant to pick. Get out your umbrellas. You're in store for a moderate drizzle. And as my incontinent friends can attest, a moderate drizzle is usually followed by a warm front. You could definitely use a heavy shower. And fortunately for you, I've got just the thing. You've just won a new Invigorate flavored shower head. Tantalize your hair follicles and your taste buds with the great taste of groovy grape, luscious lemon lime, and the newest addition to the Invigorate family, Cafe au lait. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another $8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
You Tattoo Do-It-Yourself Tattoos. Your body is a work of art. Go prick yourself.
Bucker up for the You Don't Know Jack contest winner. Okay, so as most of you know, we had an online contest not too long ago.
Now? Do I do it now?
No, I'll tell you when.
Can't believe it.
Please, don't touch anything. We had a contest recently in which one of our fans won the opportunity to come on the show and ask a question they wrote.
Which planet from the...
Not yet. Please.
I'm sorry, no.
I'll tell you when, okay?
I know. I'm really sorry. I'm just really excited to be here and to meet you, and I get to ask whatever I want.
Well, anything except Star Wars.
Star Wars! I love Star Wars!
Oh, dear Lord. All right, let's get this over with. Okay, Star Wars. Awesome. Go ahead.
Now?
Yes, now.
Okay, so which planet... I can't believe I'm doing this! Okay, sorry. Which planet from the Star Wars universe... Cookie, I am your father.
I hate my job.
Okay, which planet would be the most appropriate site for the Interplanetary Winter Olympics?
Okay, I'll take it from here. Alderaan?
It's actually Alderaan.
Alderaan, Tatooine, Naboo, or Hoth?
Do I say the answer?
No! Here's where the money is.
Hoth, the sixth planet in the remote system of the same name, is completely covered in snow and ice, making it an ideal setting for the Interplanetary Winter Olympics.
Okay, I have to admit, you know an awful lot about Star Wars.
It's my life.
We are never having another contest.
The dual moons of Tatooine remind me of...
Nothing! They don't remind you of anything! But they remind me of tattoos.
What? That's ridiculous.
Like the tattoos you'll be putting all over your body with your new You Tattoo Do-It-Yourself tattoo kits. Your tattoo is important. Don't put it in the hands of a stranger. Do it yourself with your new You Tattoo Do-It-Yourself tattoo kit.
This has nothing to do with...
Shut up! This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
The Bottled Meat Company. In it moos, bars, or oinks, we can stick a cork in it. Bottled meats.
Try this on for size. Reality TV and the Talmud. If a contestant on Survivor were keeping kosher, which bizarre food could she not eat? Dirt, twigs and leaves, beef tongue, or insects? Here's what a right answer looks like. Insects are definitely not kosher. Although I gotta say, I'm not sure a Jewish contestant on Survivor is such a good idea. But with all the schlepping and kvetching, oy vey! And that host? What a schmendrick. Never choose an answer that can taste you back. On the other hand, if it came bottled in an easy-to-serve, ready-to-pour container, who wouldn't enjoy it? You've just won a bottle of beef tongue, courtesy of the Bottled Meat Company. Straight from the butcher to the bottle. Uncorked 12 ounces of pure, delicious protein today. Also available in 2-liter and gallon sizes. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The Badminton Superstore, the only place to get your badminton supplies. No, really, nobody else sells that shit anymore.
And now, just desserts. I order just desserts. Oh boy, that last question kind of got to me. Not many people know this, but I'm lactose intolerant. Say I, you, and we all scream for ice cream because we're lactose intolerant. Which dessert are we least likely to scream for? Soft serve, sorbet, gelato, or frozen custard? Now pay attention. Using no dairy products and made, as far as I can tell, mostly of fruit and ice, sorbet would be the least likely to make us scream. This is great. I can eat all the sorbet I want and not have to worry about... That had nothing to do with dairy. That was just a fart. Oh, you've been soft-served. But sometimes being served isn't all that bad because you've just won a shuttlecock ring from the Badminton Superstore. This all-leather handcrafted shuttlecock ring helps keep your shuttlecock strong and firm so that you can volley all night long. Trust me, nobody likes a limp shuttlecock. Thank you, Badminton Superstore. This wrong answer of the game is worth $4,000. Congratulations. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Horatio's 1-to-1 ratio mega maps. With a mega map from Horatio's, there's no converting ratios. Every map is actual size.
How about... Wait, I know that dude! Hey, remember when everyone wanted to know who Kaiser Soze was? Well, who is Kaiser Soze? The real-life cousin of Glenn Close? The artistic director of London's Globe Theatre? Co-owner of the House of Blues restaurant franchise? Or the voice of Honda commercials? Hello? Were you thinking of this one? Kaiser Soze was played by Kevin Spacey, who is also the voice of Honda automobiles. I've seen those Honda commercials, and just like Kaiser Soze, I'm pretty sure he's making up all the car's features as he's going along. He's actually the artistic director of London's Old Vic Theatre, not the Globe. But since we're already talking about globes, how about I give you a life-sized map of the universe from Horatio's 1-to-1 ratio mega maps. It's mighty accurate, and it's mighty big. Mega maps. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Grandma's Pride hand-knit IV accessories. Keeping your saline drip cozy yet hip since 1927.
Bucker up for when in Rome, you're Roman. I love Little Caesars pizza because I like all my food to be associated in some way with ancient Romans. For instance, I often eat grapes wearing nothing but a small toga. Say I order 3 pizzas from Little Caesars. Based on their famous marketing catchphrase from the 80s, how many pizzas should I get? Go ahead. Want to see the answer? VI 6. Little Caesars became famous with their slogan Pizza Pizza, which means that you got 2 pizzas for the price of 1. They served them in one giant long package. Which is why, to this day, whenever I order couscous and they just bring one bowl to the table, I always feel like I'm being screwed out of a coos. IV is for, as in, for! Or as in IV, which you can keep safe and warm with this terrific new IV Cozy from Grandma's Pride hand-knit IV accessories. Intravenous medication no longer needs to be cold and impersonal. Get your meds the way Grandma intended. Grandma's Pride hand-knit IV accessories. Not sold in stores. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. Alone. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fifth Wheel Motors Car Sidecars. There's always room for one more with a fifth wheel car sidecar. Hop in. No, out there.
Take a stab at unfortunate use of the hands. Hey, remember when Joe Namath showed up seemingly inebriated on Monday Night Football and told reporter Susie Colbert, "I want to kiss you"? Well, that's not the only ridiculous thing he's ever done on TV. Besides hitting on Susie Colbert, what else has Broadway Joe Namath famously done on television? Shaved his head, worn pantyhose, danced in West Side Story, or forgot that he played for the Jets? Time is short. Next time, try this. In 1974, my close personal friend Joe Namath showed off his legs in a Beauty Mist pantyhose ad. Apparently, he said wearing pantyhose kept him from slipping out of the pocket. Even though it features a dancing street gang called the Jets, Broadway Joe never appeared in West Side Story. But whether you're going to the west side, east side, or south side, there is one side you can drive all over the city. Get your new fifth wheel car sidecar. You'll have room for all your friends. Plus one. Fifth wheel car sidecars. Hop in. Bug deflector sold separately. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Ken and Larry's Never Melt Ice Cream. The glaciers may be melting, but our ice cream never will. It's global warming proof. Take a lick.
May I introduce Scarlett Johansson gives me a Woody. You know, people say Woody Allen is obsessed with Scarlett Johansson because he puts her in all his movies, but I don't buy it. I've seen like one or two movies of his recently that she actually wasn't in. Which Woody Allen movie does not feature Scarlett Johansson? Scoop, Match Point, Cassandra's Dream, or Vicky Cristina Barcelona? One right answer coming up. Cassandra's Dream features Ewan McGregor and Colin Farrell, but strangely no character actually named Cassandra, and even stranger, no Scarlett Johansson. So there, he's not obsessed with Scarlett Johansson, okay? Besides, she's like several decades younger than he is. I can't see him even being romantically attracted to a woman that much younger than him. Here's a scoop for you. You're wrong. But you're gonna love this next scoop because it's a scoop of Never Melt ice cream from Ken and Larry's Never Melt Ice Cream. Take your time, enjoy our ice cream. It's not going anywhere. Warning, do not insert tongue into cooling device. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Freezy Freddy's Discount Cryogenics Outlet. Hot prices, cold body parts. What a bargain.
Coming up, holy trivia, Batman. Which archenemy would Batman need to avoid if you were allergic to lysozyme? Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, or Egghead? Watch how easy this is. If you're allergic to eggs, lysozyme is one of the proteins that makes you get all red or itchy or swollen, or whatever it is you get when you're allergic to eggs. Reminds me of that Christmas song, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, which caused several passersby to have allergic reactions due to the lysozyme content of the egg. Yeah, a lot of people are allergic to frozen water. You're gonna melt when you realize what you've just won. A frozen appendage from Freezy Freddy's Discount Cryogenics Outlets. Not everyone can afford to keep their loved ones frozen in perpetuity, so check the great deals on frozen treats at Freezy Freddy's Discount Cryogenics Outlets. Take home a reminder of someone else's loved one. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.